much. So, yeah, thank you so much. So, just queuing from the last, panel discussions, especially highlighting on the social aspect of ESG goal, and within BVG, and just to answer Captain Roy to you, in our industry, especially at the workforce, it's not easy to get women at the front run. But we still have over the industry rate, which is currently at 12%. We are trading at 25% of the women workforce. 6% of our workforce are first employees, and 4%, as an organization, we have taken a target of taking up to 10%, but right now we are trending at 4% of single mother being in our organization. So that's where we are. Just wanted to, yeah, thank you. Yeah, not the best statistics, but we are working very hard towards it to give it back to the society. And as every time in my meetings, I'm made to remind of HEWE. So what is HEWE is nothing but the sustainable goals, where H stands for good health, E stands for education and training, and another E stands for gender equality, W stands for decent workplace, and I stands for reducing any inequality, right? So that presides are all our channels of decision making that we do within our organization, that not only impacts us, industry, and at our client location, and pretty much resonates with what we are going to talk now and in the next session, which is more related to talent mapping, giving importance to people over places. But before I dive into, people over places, it's very important to understand at the global trends what exactly is happening as far as talent demography is concerned, and how migrations have become very much need for demand and supply at the global level, and how it is impacting at the country level, especially India, where attritions have hit not only us but the whole the other industries as well. Almost 2.3% of the world population lives outside their country, and their country of nationality. And these are driven by global economic imbalances, diverse and divergent demographic trends, climate change, and coping up at all income levels by all the countries to meet and focus on two parameters, which is match and motive matrix. What is match and motive matrix is basically resting on two focus factors. What motive underlines, the movement of people, whether it is at the ground workforce level, whether it is at management level, whether it is at senior level, any senior levels. What motives are, driving the migration of these to a development countries, to other countries, and what motives are, what skill sets and attributes are needed at the destination countries to meet their demands and their demands and their needs. In 2020, when the post G summit, it was observed that the destination of G20, the top three destination of G20 countries, where the migration is happening maximum, is USA, Saudi Arabia, and Germany. Which are the three top destination countries from where the migration is happening is India, Mexico, and Russia. This exactly has changed over a period of time when we talk about the Asian countries, where India still tops, followed by China, Egypt, and Philippines. So this statistics are alarming statistics. India alone repatriate almost 17.5 million international migrants, which contributes almost 6.4% of total migrant population. This is huge. This is huge and scary when we talk about people. And therefore, and why I'm talking about it, that this necessitates at not only a boardroom level, but it necessitates as industry experts at everywhere how the retention of talent needs to happen. We've seen our internal migrations from states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and to the destinations like Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Haryana, which normally suffers from, almost as most migrants into their states. Not only internal migration, these external migrations are driven by a lot of pull and push factors. Now, these pull and push factors are very important to understand. Whether it is demographic related, because of high population, I'm not getting enough opportunity. I would look for another country where young population, and where India is definitely an eye of attraction because we have a young population, we have a skilled population, we have a cultural adaptability, and we overcome language barrier more than anyone else quickly. Social, social push and pull factors, another, which could be that I am not getting enough educational institutes where I can qualify because of variety reasons, political reasons. We have these reservations, plenty of other things, all lack of less number of education. I can't afford it, so I'll go outside and I'll study. Economic could be unemployment is high. I always say one thing, and I still firmly believe that at global level, we do not know. The supply doesn't know where the demand is, and the demand doesn't know where the supply is. And this we saw it on the 2nd January when I met 170 training placement officers. We were swamped with the number of first timers who really wanted to learn facility management and get deployed by us at variety levels, whether it is at the data entry operator, whether it is at the MEP level, whether it is at variety level. So therefore, I think we as professionals need to actually find our source, and enough needs to be put. And believe me, if any such proposal comes at our board level and at senior management level, which is driving people upliftment, which is driving talent mapping, which is driving talent acquisition, because right person at right place, nothing can stop you from going at that if you have this done. And we have never stopped on these parameters, never. So these push and pull factors, and especially, we heard in the first session or second session I was here, we saw that GCC is driving the world economics at the moment. Very rightly said, because almost 70% of the Indian population, which are in migration, migrants, semi-skilled to unskilled, are in GCC countries. Last year, Saudi Arabia alone had 178,000 migrations. Now imagine if this kind of a migration is happening in GCC countries alone. Talent mapping and people management becomes very crucial. Talent acquisition becomes very crucial. All these statistics, Taiwan needs 500,000 construction workers. Korea and other nations which are really budding, Saudi Arabia Vision 23, please Google and see, you have almost 50.15 billion target on facility management alone to achieve by 2030. These are scary stuff. And where the source is coming? India. India is the major source of supply of these manpower. Having seen these global trends, manpower continues definitely to be a focus for any business, and its attraction and retention becomes key. Hence, of course, skill development, hunt and hire talents, whether it is hunting from the rural area, hiring talent with NEEMs, NAPs, and plenty of, government initiatives are there. Retention, motivation, and upskilling and training becomes very crucial. I have seen in global tenders now where we are participating, and especially most of in a couple of Indian large tenders, there are trends of housekeepers being big certified, trends of IEHA certification, trends of, CMI certified housekeepers. These are new trends which are coming. These trends, if they are coming, that means there has to be a constant effort, there has to be a budget allocation, and government is supporting at this moment these initiatives. So why not take a benefit of these government initiatives and get the training right within the organization, so that we have the pool to give it to the client, or we have the pool within the organization to foster client's goal or provide our services to them. Not only housekeeping for MEP people or for for waste, we spoke about that. There are a lot of subject matter expert today you need within the organization to train your own people to make sure that the service delivery and quality you provide at the client location is meeting the expectation of the client, whether it is through NATE certification to journeyman plumber licensing. It is breaking down to that level where people, placements and our direct force placement at client location is becoming very key with right certification and training. And of course, we all know about IFMA, gives plenty of certification to FM professionals, and there are universities, especially in Spain and Denmark, which gives 3 years degree course in facility management. All this, all added, and lastly, to our FM services, let us remember that the facilities are not just brick and mortar, right, and the technology systems. They are places where people spend time, whether it is a hybrid model or whenever they are in the organization, whether they are in the office space. Their significant portion of their lives these days in many organizations still continues to be in the office, and therefore, as facility managers, we have to ensure that the space we cater are to the well-being and success of individuals who use them. By prioritizing people over places in facility management, we ensure that the physical environment is tailored to their needs. And these physical environment, we touched upon how energy efficient, how environmental, social goals can be attained, and adequate security measures, nice ventilation, sufficient natural lighting. These all contribute to the productivity, loyalty, and performance of not only organization. Let me tell you, with the ESG goals that are hitting hard, investors are coming very strong. And there are a lot of emphasis on the organization. If you are going on a PE fund or you're going on a listing, that these goals are given a big focus on. So we as FM providers and specialists have responsibility to augment the growth of our client by ensuring safe, secure, and hygienic environment, whether it is office space, healthcare facilities, school, or any other building or compound. The people who occupy these spaces and people who serve these places should always remain the central focus of our management effort. Thank you very much for a patient hearing. Thank you very much.